share this with him because the director will cut and paste. And always when we get ready to go, give me the 5, the 4, and all of that. So, yeah. Yeah, it was good. It really makes a difference when we have participation and energy. So we've got a couple things we want to do. Want to welcome all of you in from the Greenwood campus. We're here at the Greenville campus this morning. And thank all of you that are viewing with us across the nation and across the world. We take this not as a privilege, but as an honor to be able to share with you the word of the Lord this morning as it pertains to your life in the present as we get ready for Christmas. I love the energy that is in the building. We want to see if we can keep it up. Just a quick footnote. This book right here, Basic Financial Steps, you can get it on the church's website, houseofreconciliation.org. You can get it there. Go to the online bookstore. It will be great for an individual who wants to get their finances resurrected in 2022. It has in it the things that you should be doing in your 20s, the things you should not be doing, and it goes all the way up into your 60-plus years old. So if you want to give somebody something for the holiday, we will try to get it out to you. SAAP, we have books in stock, Basic Financial Steps, and I will make this really clear. It's not a sale. It's a need. The book is $15. You can go to the website, houseofreconciliation.org, and you can order the book. I want to share with you and to the Greenville and the Greenwood campus, there's a topic I have not been a fan of going to, but I have to go to in order to help us because we're just a few days away from entering into the new year. And the key word this morning that we're going to deal with is discernment. We have been dealing with purpose over people. It led us to purpose over me. We got to the middle of the road, the ideas and the ideology that is in our own head. And what I want to help us do is get out of our own way. Right? To Mother here, I would say to people, your life is not over, but you fight transition. And even at your age, there's something that you know that we don't know. But that very idea planted in the right person can come back and create residual income and residual opportunities for you. But here's the greatest challenge. Many times there are people who are still thinking negative about every aspect of their life. And I almost forgot. I want to welcome in, if you hear the interpreter, we want to welcome in our ambassador from Haiti. And she is speaking to the people in Haiti this morning. So we welcome you, my brothers and sisters that are in Haiti. We are praying for you. In fact, I was in a meeting this week of seeing how we can get some things to you. You are not forgotten in our prayers. We just need to make sure that when we send them, that they get to you and don't go to someone else. So I'm excited about this series. This is the Winter Series 2021, Purpose Over People. So what happens is we learned that purpose over me. We went over that. And for those who may be watching the broadcast for the first time, please go back through our social media page or go back through YouTube, and you can see when we started Purpose Over People, Purpose Over Me. It came out of the conversation is if I can respond to everything in my life just with my feelings and emotions, is truly not the test of change. The test of change will require a different, let me find the right word, approach by you and I. You can't expect to heal, you can't expect to grow something and then go into it with the same mindset that you had when you destroyed it. All right? So what I want to do is the first thing is read the first page. Someone said the back of the page is good. Hopefully we can get this scanned up and sent out over on our social media. This is not my writing. This is by United Broadcasters. They wrote this. Are you ready? Will you read it for us, please?
Pray for discernment.
Right? Now I want you to write that down, and I want you to put some quotation marks. For you, for I, to turn our lives around. We want better results. I think the topic today is why I'm still stuck in my struggling life. But here is what my own ideology tells me. My own false narrative tells me but I don't think I'm stuck. And I've said this to people many times. The mindset is people go to church and pray and ask God to fix everybody around them so they can deal with them. But the correct prayer is, Lord, repair me that I can cross-pollinate with everybody else. Sometimes it isn't so much that's wrong with everybody else. It is my own illusion, my own imagination, my own, what's that third word? Hallucination. And then my hypothetical thinking. That's okay. Theoretical thinking is good. So we're going to read this, and I'm going to let it be read without my interruption. Can you come on?
The sons of Issachar?
Yeah, Issachar is fine.
Issachar had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. 1 Chronicles 12:32 in the New King James Version. Who said, I tell you Wellington is a bad general. The English are bad soldiers. We will settle the matter by lunchtime. Napoleon Bonaparte, over breakfast with his generals just from the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, who rejected an offer from Alexander Campbell to purchase the patents for their first telephone. William Orton, president of Western Union, who said, I don't need bodyguards. Jimmy
Hoffa,
a month before his disappearance in 1975. What did all these men have in common? Lack of discernment, and it cost them dearly when it comes to seeing life's opportunities and solving life's problems. You need discernment. It enables you to see what others don't, fill in the missing pieces, and to get the heart of the matter. If you can see the root cause of a problem, you have a much better chance of solving it. That means when you stay in the area of your core gift, your discernment will become stronger. So if you want to tap into your discernment potential, work from the areas of your strength, but do more. Pray for discernment. It's one of the 9 gifts of the Spirit promised to us in Scripture. See 1 Corinthians 12, verses 7 and 10. Some of the Israel's greatest victories were won when David was king. And when we study the makeup of his army, we read, the sons of Issachar had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. Discernment enables you to see doors of opportunities where others can only see brick walls. It will save you from life's pitfalls and show you what you ought to do. So pray for discernment.
Anybody have any comment? Remember, we had a quote that you gave back to me. You can't change the fruit until you change the root. And so if an individual does not have the spirit of discernment or pray to grow in the spirit of discernment, then you can't make good decisions. And this is why most people feel like they're stuck and they're struggling. And what it is we want to fix everything or prepare everything or have everything straight and right in the natural. But yet we have the battles in the spirit. So this is what it says. We're looking for a new year, but we're still functioning in old patterns on January the 1st. Then all we have is just another day. I'll say it again. Many people are looking within however many days we have, and oh, my life's going to be different in 2022, and oh, I'm going to make my New Year's resolutions, and oh, I'm going to do this, and oh, the prophet told me this, and oh, this, that, and the other. But if the mind and the body is still functioning in the old, it doesn't matter what has been prophesied to you. If you don't know how to divide it, because we think that blessings are like a blow-up bouncy house. We plug into something, and it just magically happens. No prep, no setup, no nothing. And here's the thing. I want to share this with you. I understand with some people, nothing, and I mean nothing, ever changes. What is sad is nothing is ever done, so what is expected never is received. I'll say it again. Some people, no matter year in and year out, they're doing the same thing. Same issues, same problems. One of the key things, and I said I wasn't going to interrupt this while she was reading, was the sons of Issachar understood the times. Some associations that we have are still wrapped up in events. And so it causes an individual to forget about their reality, which creates bodies in the basement. So then I forget about my reality and I push away where I should be. And this is where we have the internal fight, because your gifts and talents should be maturing now. And instead, we're still struggling with identity. We're still struggling with who we are, what we're supposed to do, where we're supposed to go to school, how we're supposed to be, what our finances. So we have the weight of the responsibility, but we have none of the foundation and prep work complete. It's like trying to build a house but hadn't bought the land. It's like trying to go in the middle of the woods and you own the land, but you've not done any grading. So we continue to skip steps. And so it says the sons of Issachar had an understanding of the times. What time is it in your life? Because here's the thing, and I'm going to just use a number, not looking at any particular group. Let's say you're 40. Your age is 40, but your behavior and mindset is still of a 17 to 21-year-old. So your solution to everything in your life is go party. And you find the same friends that are stuck on the same street that you are and the same associates, and y'all go do the same. You saw what your mother did in her home, and you go do what your mother did in her home, and it will not work in. So you are of age, but you haven't come into age. You haven't come into the maturity. You haven't come into the development, because we're repeating what we've seen, not what we've learned and what we have developed to. So if we're used to brokenness, we answer every issue in our life, even to my brothers and sisters in Haiti, to the brothers and sisters that are in Latin America and the people that we're dealing with, because, and this is just coming back to mind, so I'm switching. So yes, I'm switching. That I had a little note where we're looking for Latino praise and worship musicians, as well as, okay, what was the other one? Country. Looking for some country gospel. When I tried to say this Wednesday, we got cut off. So hopefully we've upgraded some of the equipment, and we're looking for praise and worship leaders. So that just came to mind, because in order to be successful, you have to have diversity, and you have to open up to diversity, because it can't be one way all the time. So here is the thing. You can be of age, but not mature for the age. And so the comfort zone takes you back to what you were comfortable doing. If fighting was more comfortable for you, you'll do it. If your dad cut the grass, then you think you have to cut the grass, because my dad said a lazy man doesn't cut his grass. You may have other things that you need to be working on, so you have the ability to pay someone to do what you could do, so you can advance what you're supposed to be doing. And so basically what I'm saying in lay terms, are you really maximizing and working and taking the gifts and talents that God has given you into transition so they can mature? And it's highly impossible to do that if we're still doing the same thing that we were doing 10, 15, 20 years ago. It's impossible. So then this is why I say, you know, why am I still stuck in my struggling life? But in my mind, my own ideology is, but I don't think I'm stuck. And like I say, we're looking for a new year, but we're still functioning in the old patterns, old behavior. And this is what I was saying, how we respond to a new issue. How do we respond to an old problem? It's the same way. And so then January the 1st will just be another day. This is why our current praise and worship and flag worship got to do so much, because we didn't enter into his courts with praise. We didn't enter into his courts with thanksgiving. Nobody should drag you to worship God. Nobody has to drag you to watch the football game at 1 o'clock. Nobody has to drag you to go get coffee. You will take your dysfunctional, afflicted body down the hall with a wedgie in your butt. Yes, I said it. Trying to get to the coffee machine just to press the button with sleep and snot in your eye and matter in your eye and earwax stuck on the side of your cheek and slob going down the side just to hit that coffee button. And somehow when you hit that coffee button, something goes off in you. It's almost ready. And by the time the gorilla come out of the bathroom, you all fixed up, handsome, shaved, polished, eyelashes on. You're ready to go. Still struggling.